What's up guys, CJ here and welcome to another all-new comic review, this time for Marvel's infamous Iron Man #1. And I'm really glad I actually get to tackle a Marvel book this week, and as a huge Doctor Doom fan, this was one I was really curious about. I mean, the very fact of having this long-time villain turned anti-hero turned super morally complex character taking a step towards outright heroism was an interesting choice to say the least, but as a major Doctor Doom sympathizer, I appreciate the attempt at the very least. Our issue opens with a flashback to a Dark Reign era meeting of the Cabal and serves to kind of dredge up two things. Number one, Doctor Doom's mystical backstory, his mother's kidnapping via demons, and number two, the fact that Doctor Doom takes shit from nobody, especially not you, Parker Robbins. Fast forwarding to the present, the villainous alchemist Diablo has kidnapped Maria Hill, acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D., trying to use a powerful truth serum to force her to reveal the security codes for the Triskelion and all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s helicarriers. His fiendish attempts at persuasion are stopped by who else but Victor Von Doom, as he basically locks the whole situation down and then either kills or teleports Diablo away a la Parker Robbins when the villain threatens to scar his newly fixed face. Moral of the story, don't do that. Doom likes his newer, prettier face. Having very openly rescued Maria Hill, this seems to have rung some alarm bells with S.H.I.E.L.D. Another major storyline for the future of the book is set up as it seems S.H.I.E.L.D. has tasked an agent to find him, an agent with some history with Victor, to say the least, Ben Grimm, the Thing. The issue closes with a surprising encounter, and if you want no spoilers for the end of Civil War II and the fate of Tony Stark, divert your gaze, cover your ears, or just exit out of this video entirely. As Doom acknowledges in a conversation earlier in the issue, Tony Stark is definitely dead, as he was apparently killed on live television by means that we don't yet know. At the end of the issue, Doom stares at Iron Man's old mask and attempts to touch it before being scolded by an AI, which is revealed to be none other than Tony Stark himself, who downloaded his brain into an artificial intelligence before his death. You can't keep Tony dead for long anyways, and I thought this was a really clever way of keeping him around. With the Avengers now hot on his trail thanks to Tony's AI, and like Tony's AI, probably not too crazy about him taking up the mantle of Iron Man, a lot is up in the air for Victor's attempts at helping the world instead of hurting it, and the end of the book stinger is an interesting one too, running with the setup from the beginning of the issue that we talked about and the references to his mother as she's revealed to be alive, mystical, and watching him closely. And let's start with that as far as pros and cons. I love Doctor Doom's origin, with Mephisto stealing his mother and Doctor Doom battling the demon to get her back, and his simultaneous hatred of magic but embracing of mystical abilities and what magic can do is one of the most fascinating and complex things about the character, and I hope this issue's focus on it continues as the run goes on. I also like the idea that Doctor Doom is essentially trying to be a good person and using his undeniable genius to, in his words, make up for the horrible things he's done. But at the same time, I appreciate the fact that Doom is still confident and maybe cocky to a fault. It just wouldn't be Doom if he wasn't, because Doctor Doom is dope and he does dope shit. That being said, the issue isn't a perfect one, in fact, kind of far from it. I mean, as with any #1, this book has to set up and lay the groundwork for all of the storylines and relationships, and as such, there isn't much actual substance to it. It's very broad, there are a lot of things covered, but it's not very deep. The art, which is almost perfectly a tonal fit in some sequences, like the beginning and the showdown with Diablo, isn't in others, especially towards the end of the book. And I mean, art is so subjective, I almost hate to mention it in reviews, but in this case, it's something I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on moving forward. Also, the dialogue isn't the best, which won't come as a shock to some of you, but that's another thing to watch moving forward in this book. Overall, though, I'll give Infamous Iron Man #1 a 7.5 out of 10. It's an interesting idea, if not one that comes entirely out of left field, and for all its issues, it gets the main thing right, Doctor Doom. So let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the issue, but that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon for access to all sorts of exclusive goodies. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.